3 in the morning, a forklift beeps in reverse. A dog barks at nothing. Somewhere under a pile of Honda Civics, a raccoon is having the best night of its life. This is a junkyard, also called a scrapyard, also called, if you are feeling fancy, an automotive recycling facility. Same place, nicer name. Still smells like rust and regret. Today we are breaking down what it actually costs and what it actually pays to own one of these car graveyards. Pros, cons, hidden fees, surprise government letters. Let's dig in, literally. Step 1. You need land. A lot of land. Junkyards eat space like teenagers eat snacks. 10 acres, 20 acres. Some go past 100. And land isn't free. Especially land zoned for industrial salvage, which sounds like a Bond villain's job title. Zoning approval alone can take months, maybe years. Neighbors show up to city meetings holding signs that says things like "not in my backyard." Nobody wants to look out their kitchen window and see a Ford Pinto missing its doors. So pro number 1 is actually a con. Land is expensive, and getting permission to use it is a slow, bureaucratic marathon. Let's put a number on it. 10 to 20 acres of property zone land can run you anywhere from $100,000 to over $500,000 to buy outright, leasing it gentler. $2,000 to $10,000 a month depending on location. Add equipment on top. A used tow truck about $30,000, a forklift around $15,000, a car crusher, the big finale machine, close to $150,000. All in, most junkyards need somewhere between $500,000 and $2 million just to open the gate. That's before a single car rolls in. But once you are in for a long time. Junkyards aren't exactly a fad. Cars keep dying. Someone has to bury them. Here's the part nobody tells you. A junkyard doesn't make money from junk. It makes money from parts. A used transmission can sell for hundreds of dollars. A door panel, $100. A single decent engine can be worth more than the entire car sold for at auction. This is called parting out. It's basically car surgery. Except the patient is already dead and nobody is crying. Then there's a scrap metal. Once a car is stripped clean, what's left goes to the crusher, then to scrap buyer. Sold by weight. Still prices go up. Still prices go down. Some months you are thrilled, some months you are checking commodity charts like a nervous stockbroker. Except your stock is literally a pile of dead bugs. Third income stream, towing. Junkyards often run their own tow trucks, hauling in wrecks straight from accident scenes. Fast cash, steady supply, and yes, occasionally a very awkward conversation with a crying car owner. Fourth, admission fees. Some yards charge people just to walk in and pull their own parts. A few dollars at the gate and suddenly strangers are paying you for the privilege of doing your job for you. Genuinely elegant business model, when you think about it. Now let's talk real numbers. A dead car brought to salvage usually costs the yard around $300. That same car, parted out and scrapped properly, can bring back anywhere from $500 to over $4,000. Some engines alone cover the entire purchase price twice over. Used parts are the real breadwinner here. They make up to 50 to 60% of total income. Scrap metal fills in the rest. Zoom out and the whole industry is worth over $32 billion a year in the US alone. Somebody's making money off dead books. Might as well be you. Now here's a con that sneaks up on the people. A junkyard isn't one product. It's 10,000 products, so none of them labeled. All of them buried under other products. You need a system. A real one. Which car is where? Which parts are already pulled? Which engine has 40,000 miles and which one has 400,000 and a personality disorder? Miss this step and your junkyard isn't a business. It is just an extremely large, extremely rusty hoarding situation. Good yards run inventory software these days. Bad yards run on vibes and a guy named Gary who remembers everything until the day Gary retires. Junkyards live outside all day, every day, in the rain, the snow, the blazing heat. Metal rosts faster than you'd like. Rubber dries out and cracks. A good part today can be a bad part in 18 months if it just sits there getting rained on. So you are racing the clock on every single vehicle. Sell it, part it, scrap it before nature quietly ruins it for free. Weather is the silent business partner nobody agreed to hire. And weather costs money in other ways too. Utilities alone, electricity, water, waste disposal run $5,000 to $35,000 a year. That's before you have sold a single bumper. Cars are basically rolling chemistry sets. Oil, coolant, battery acid, gasoline, freon. Before you can crush a car, all of that has to come out safely and get disposed of properly. Miss a step and you are not looking at a fine. You are looking at a fine with extra fines attached. plus a very serious visit from very serious people in windbreakers. Environmental compliance isn't optional, it's not a suggestion, it's the price of admission for playing in this sandbox at all. Budget for it, staff for it, never ever escape it. You have got heavy machinery, sharp metal, broken glass, forklifts moving crushed cars around like oversized Jenga blocks. Injuries happen. Insurance costs reflect that reality, and they are not cheap. If customers walk the yard themselves to pull parts, that's more liability, not less. A stranger, a rusty hood, gravity, not a great combination. So you insure heavily, you train constantly, you put up more warning signs than a haunted house. Let's be fair, this isn't all doom and rust. Demand never really disappears. Cars break down every single day, forever in every city on earth. As long as vehicles exist, junkyards have customers. Margins on individual parts can be excellent. You already own the car. Every part sold on the top of the scrap value is closer to pure profit. And sustainability sells better than ever. Reusing parts instead of manufacturing new ones is genuinely good for the planet, and increasingly good marketing too. Plus, once you are established, competition is limited. Nobody is rushing to open a second junkyard next door. The zoning fight alone will scare most people off. So here's the real trade-off: high upfront cost, long approval timelines, constant regulatory pressure, real physical risk, weather working against you around the clock. In exchange, multiple income streams, strong margins on parts, essentially endless long-term demand, and a business that quietly recycles millions of tons of steel every year. And the payoff? In cold hard numbers. Established junkyards typically run net profit margins of 10 to 20%. That's healthier than most restaurants, better than a lot of retail stores, all from cars nobody else wanted. It's not glamorous, nobody puts junkyard owner on a dating profile, but it's unglamorous, recession-resistant cash flow built on other people's bad days. That's the cost of owning a junkyard. See you in the next one.